So how large is your team now?
In India, we have 900 people,
Okay.
and outside India, we have 150 people.
150. And
Yeah.
these will be in the US?
So US, Europe, Australia and Singapore, we have 400% subsidiaries. Like mobile or telecom, India, there was a big boost. It did not go for, let us say, 2G or it directly jumped to 4G. Similarly, in automation space as well, these MSMEs will not go for traditional automation, which happened in Europe and US. We are a business where there is a lot of money which gets locked in working capital. Working capital is another thing. You have to keep the inventory, you have to get money from your customers, and sometimes and 60% of our business today comes from overseas market. Development which has happened in 45, 50 years and the kind of development which has happened in last 5 years, it is almost equivalent.
Hello and welcome to Borderless Business. Today with me I have Sangeet, founder of Addverb, and we are sitting in their beautiful facility here in Noida. Thanks a lot for sitting down with us. I look forward to this conversation, and so thanks a lot for taking out time and sitting with us.
Thanks for having me. Thank
Brilliant.
you.
As we were discussing, right, as we were coming up, your journey from a two-shed apartment to where we are now and having a dedicated facility that's 6 times the size of this facility. I'm sure there were many challenges along the journey, right? So what would you say are some of the biggest challenges that have shaped the last, I don't know now, 8 years? Wow, 8 years of
9
this,
years.
9 years of
9.
this company's journey.
Yes, so we chose a segment which is not only hardware but also software. And today, if you see robotics, 40-50% of our value addition is software. And that also gives us edge as an Indian company. But that is how the world, earlier robotics was all about mechanical precision and electromechanical things. But over the years, it has changed. But for a startup to build all these things together, having expertise in mechanical, electrical, electronics, and software, it is difficult and very, very difficult. When we started, we didn't realize it, though we were users of this technology. But for building the technology, it takes a different kind of skill set, and you cannot have everyone directly coming from college and then start contributing in this space. So that was one challenge which we overcome over the years. The second challenge is...
Sorry, 4 founders, all engineering graduates working
Yes.
for Asian Paints, right?
Yes.
So the first core team, how large was that when you started?
It was 7-8 people.
7-8 people.
Yeah,
And then how did you decide whom to hire, how to hire, what skill sets do you want?
Yeah, so the initial 1 or 2 years, it was all we knew people whom either they worked for us in Asian Paints and they had left Asian Paints and joined some other company, or they were working for one of our suppliers and we know them and knew them as friends, and we just gave them a call. We gave call to many people initially. 20-30% of the people decided to take that plunge or risk. Rest other people, for them it was difficult to even imagine that there will be a company from India which would be successful and they will be able to make. Even now, many of our colleagues who were working with us earlier, they feel what we have done, they could not. They could not. So those were the first set of people. But with Satish being here and one of the co-founder, we decided quite early that we, instead of buying talent, we will build talent. And building talent meant we started going to colleges quite early, third year onwards, third year of our journey onwards, we started going to 10 colleges, 20 colleges. Now we go to 50, 60 colleges and we hire 100, 110 people every year. And it is also a fact that out of those, many people leave for higher studies in US and Europe, and we are okay with, as long as they come and contribute and make difference to the company, to the products that we are building, it's okay for us.
And now how large is the organization? How many people? Who's doing what?
So we have around 900 people in India today and around 150 people outside India. In 2021, we decided to set up 400% subsidiary owned by Addverb India. One in US, we have two offices in US, one in Fremont where we have a R&D office, and the other is Irvine where we have the project or the sales office or project office. We also have set up another office in Louisville now. In Europe, centered in Netherlands, but we have branch offices in Germany, UK, Denmark, Middle East, UAE, now Abu Dhabi as well, and we are setting up another office in Saudi. We have 100% subsidiary in Australia looking after Australia and New Zealand, and 100% subsidiary in Singapore looking after Southeast Asia. So there we have around 150 people. In India we have 900 people. Out of that we have, so here at Bot Valley, which is now corporate headquarters and R&D office, we have around 350 people. In our large factory we have around 200 people working on our roles. And then we have software development center, two offices, one in Noida, which is another office, and the other in Pune. And then we have after sales and
Got it. And how do the founders split their time? Who does what? What do you do? What do others do?
So I'm the CEO, looking after different part of the business. Then Beer, who heads our sales, business development, product management, and he also looks after Australia and US. So he's responsible. He's the sponsor of these two units. Then we have Pratik. So Pratik is our COO, and he looks after supply chain, project and manufacturing, and electronics to some extent. Satish, who is our fourth co-founder, he looks after HR, marketing, legal, and anything where we are having problems. So he is
Chief Solution Officer.
Yes, he is youngest of us.
Amazing. So now, like we were discussing, right? Building a robotics brand in India, right? When we think of robots, at least when I think of robots, Boston Dynamics and all of that comes to your mind, right? So when you started doing this, right, what were some of the apprehensions of people around you? Ki kaise karenge, kya karenge? How did that journey look like?
Yeah, so there were apprehensions in the family, there were apprehensions in the minds of customers, there were apprehensions in the mind of well-wishers and investors, etc. Over the years we learned, and we quickly changed ourselves to meet the requirement or meet the challenges at that point of time. And that is what we have been doing, and we will keep on adapting to the next set of challenges, because it is 9 years journey. We have grown from zero to this year $100 million revenue. But that journey, but 9 years in the age of a company, 100 year, I believe that any company which is a good company or great company should last for 100 years. So 9 years is not even you have become a teen. So it is still formative years, and therefore we will keep on adapting ourselves, and still our processes and systems have to mature to support the kind of innovation that this company needs to do. Robotics that way is changing rapidly. The first robots came into picture in 1975-76, and the kind of development which has happened in this 45-50 years and the kind of development which has happened in last 5 years, it is almost equivalent. So because of AI, and this is now known as physical AI and embodied AI, the kind of investment and the kind of knowledge which is getting generated is immense, and it is predicted, and many people have predicted, including Elon Musk, etc., that by 2040 you will have 8.5 billion people on Earth, and there would be equivalent number of robots, 8.59 billion robots. Today that number is less than 100 million. Yeah. So that is the kind of, and many people are predicting it to be a next car industry, wherein you have 40, 50 brands in the world. Each of these brands own 30 factories or 40 factories across the world, etc. And that is what is going to happen as far as humanoid or different form factors of robot is concerned. So we think we are in the right industry. We have to keep on changing ourselves, adapting quickly to this quickly changing industry, the needs of quickly changing industry, and we are at the right position at the right time to be extremely successful or to win this race as far as robotics.
And the part that you were mentioning, right? You start a business in 2016. When does the first customer come in? When does the first check hit the bank?
Yeah, so we were lucky that way. We had huge experience of putting up factories and warehouses. So our first customers, so we were not selling our products. Our first customers, it was our consulting assignment. So we started with consulting, telling them how they can make their factory and warehouses more digital. And at the same time, we were building our products. A small team building the product, all the co-founders trying to get customers and let them know that there is a company which has been formed and which can give them solution and which can. So that is how it happened. So first year we did around 1.5 crore. First 9 months we started in June. So we did 1.5 crores revenue. So quite early the checks we started getting the check. Second year it was 10 crores. So almost.
And this is consulting revenue.
It was consulting as well as product selling. And second year was when we started building the products. And to our and third year, you were asking about the challenge. One of the challenge was, so we were small at that point of time, and all our manufacturing, the parts manufacturing, competes with automotive parts. So it is like automotive parts. So the vendors were these large vendors. And these large vendors, they will work for OEM, a car company, who will give them huge number of parts. And we would give them 5, 10, 20 parts because that is what we were selling at that point of time. And they were not interested in doing it. Even if they took the order, they did not deliver it on time because they had emergency order from some other car company. And the other option was going to really small players, and there the quality was a big problem. So that was one thing, one of the biggest challenge at that point of time, getting these things manufactured. Even if we design things, you have to get it manufactured. And that is when we decided we will build our own. So unlike European robotic company or American robotic company, Japanese robotic company, Chinese robotic company, these robotic companies are nothing but assembly units. They have reliable vendors and they bring all these things, assemble it, system engineering, testing, etc., etc. We would be an exception where we had to set up a machine shop, a fabrication shop, a welding shop, and all kinds of shops, electronics SMT line. I don't think, I was a customer of these products, so I had an opportunity to visit almost all robotics company in the world. And I did not see a single robotic company having a SMT line. And we had to put that because we were not getting the reliable products. So the ecosystem was not there to serve industry which has a requirement of only 5, 10, 20 parts. And yeah, so that was another challenge. And then later on we realized, because we had invested in this, during COVID, we were the only company which could respond. So the vertical integration as far as supply chain is concerned helped us and helped us immensely. And as and when we have been growing, this is helping us a lot. Why? Because so today, if you see robotics, where is the innovation happening? The innovation is happening either in the software stack, whether it is AI stack, which is on the edge or on the cloud, or on the electronic side. The amount of processing these new chips from NVIDIA, let us say for our humanoid, we use NVIDIA Thor. Now, Thor can do 1,000 tops. Earlier, tops, terabyte operation per second. These 1,000 tops. It was unbelievable. And do you need those kind of compute power? Yes, you need. So if I would have been dependent on a traditional electronics IPC manufacturer, I would never have been able to use this so effectively and so quickly, because I had the knowledge and the control on the electronic thing. I decide for what application, which chip to use, and how to use it, and that gives us huge advantage in building great products really quickly and bringing it to them to the market.
And in the like you said, right, one is the necessity led to all of this in-house innovation, but all of this is expensive.
Yes.
Right? When you start doing all of this, was there a time in your journey where you were like, पैसे खत्म होने वाले हैं boss, लग रहा है अभी घर जाना पड़ेगा?
बहुत बार. Many a times, and that happens with, I think, most of the startups. Only few startups are lucky enough not to be in there. But there are many months where we don't know, or we didn't know how to give the salary. Luckily for us, there is not a single month where we have not given in our journey of last 9 years. But there are several, when we were 2-year-old, 3-year-old, 6-year-old, 7, 9. Because we are a business where there is lot of money which gets locked in working capital. You have to pay your vendors. You have to. The working capital is another thing. You have to keep the inventory. You have to get money from your customers, and sometimes, and 60% of our business today comes from overseas market. There they have different payment terms. Some would say after 60 days, some would say after 90 days, and so you also have
You're
to
from
fund.
Asian Paints, you're used to negative working capital cycles. You guys are masterminds of it.
Yeah, but not in our current organization. Not in our current organization.
Amazing. And there is an Asian Paint culture and sort of connection also through Jalaj sir that you were mentioning. So how did Jalaj sir get involved?
Yeah, so as I was explaining, we were working for Asian Paints, and Jalaj sir is a co-promoter of Asian Paints, and he was looking after HR, supply chain, international business unit. So many years international business unit, but then when he started looking after HR and supply chain, so we came directly under his organizational setup. And when we decided to leave in 2016, at that time he did ask, what is it that you are going to do? And I very well remember that conversation. I was sitting in his office, and I said, we want to build robots. And so initially he was amazed, and then he asked, are you sure? And we said yes. Then he said, okay, whenever you need any help, just give me a call. That is what he is. So 1.5, 2 years after we started Addverb, all our money which we had saved had gone, because as I was explaining, it is a industry where a lot of your money gets locked in. So we gave a call to Jalaj sir, and Jalaj sir at that time was in Delhi. He visited us the same day, and in less than a month's time, he decided he would invest, and he became our first investor, and he invested $1 million initially. And then when we were putting up this facility, he invested another $10 million. So, and that is how we survived for the first 4-5 years. Though we were profitable from second year onwards. It is only after fifth year onwards when we decided to move out of India and invest heavily that our profitability came into thing. But last year again we became EBITDA positive. This year again we will be EBITDA positive. So yeah, Jalaj sir got involved that way, and he has been a great mentor. We were coming from a technology space. Running business was not our forte, but he has been asking the right question. He has been on our board from day one. He has been the chairman of our board and guiding us. He comes regularly to this facility and asks us the right question. And yeah, so with him as a backer, I think we have gained immensely.
Amazing. And now how large is your cap table? Who all are on it? What other rounds have you raised?
Yeah, so the other round which we raised, so what happened is after setting up this facility, we realized there is huge, and that is the time when we decided to move out of India as well. And we went to Singapore and then Australia, and we visited these countries, and we were very much convinced that there is huge opportunity outside India and we should not miss the bus. And we were also seeing a lot of Chinese companies started at the same time, 2014-15, and moving out of China to all over the world. We said we should not be left behind. And we had worked for several of the projects for Reliance. We had done, so Reliance started to invest in e-commerce in 2015-16 with Agio and GeoMart, etc. And we were their technology partners for 8 of their warehouses, the first 8 warehouses in all the metros. And yeah, so they had shown interest in investing, and at that time we had said no money from our customers. So because there were many customers who were asking us whether they would like to, they could invest in us. But when we decided that we have to build a really large facility to serve the whole market and we have to expand globally, most of the VC funds at that time thought asset light industry or company or a startup should be backed or they should be given priority as far as money allocation is concerned from their pocket. So then we took the investment from Reliance. So Reliance invested around $130 million in us at that point of time. And
this was
2021.
2021.
Just after COVID. So November, December.
They came in at the right valuation.
Yeah, they invested in us, and that money we used for our world's largest factory, and that is really nice factory. It means it is very sustainable. We have micro forests there, solar energy, very automated. We have used our own technology. In fact, we wanted to build a facility where robots build robots, which is our own technology getting used. So we have been successful in certain pockets. We have not been successful in certain pockets. We failed, but we will try it again. And so
you mentioned robots, and you've mentioned Trump, and you've mentioned AI. So we need to talk. We need to talk about all the paranoia around artificial intelligence meets Terminator. What's your take on all of this?
No, in fact, see. With LLM, there has been a rapid change in the world, not only in the business world, but and it will affect everybody's life. It has started affecting it. It will affect more and more, and businesses will change. The way internet came, so internet first businesses came into it. They were doing the same thing, but they were internet selling the same glasses or selling the same grocery.
Online bookstore.
Yeah. So internet first.
Yes.
There will be AI first. Traditional industries, but AI first companies, and so that way business will change. For us, robotics, there is a new phase in the robotics development, and there are a lot of companies. The kind of money which Tesla and Google and Meta I figure and a lot of Chinese companies are putting in this space is huge, because see, there is a large language model which is a reasoning model, or which gives you what you get in ChatGPT, etc. Then there is VLM, which is visual language model. But robots, it is a visual language action model, because robots not only they see the environment in which they exist, or they make or they reason whether it is a cup or a book, etc., like any LLM will do, but also they have to act based on whatever they get to hear or they get to see, or etc. And that model, unlike LLM and VLM, which has trillions of data on internet, all images, all videos, all, for robot, there is not enough data. So today there are powerful VLA models, but because there are not enough data, we robots are not becoming the Terminator which you see, or not Terminator, I would say, robots for assistive care. Robots for cleaning your homes, tidying your bed sheet, tidying the floor where you have kids have thrown all their toys or all their books, etc., etc. So those kind of things will be a reality if we have enough training data. And that is what people are working on with Meta Arya glasses. They are trying to, so how a human with Arya glasses can create data which can be used for training so egocentric data for training the robot. So that is where most of the investment is happening, and that is where the robots are entering the next phase of evolution, which is, and that is why it is known as physical AI or embodied AI, wherein the power of reasoning, the power of grasping, the power of understanding the environment is going to a robot, where the robot is not programmed for a particular specific action, but robot decides what and which action it will take. And even if that robot has never taken a particular action, it will figure out to do that activity, what action it will. That is what differentiates a human from any other machine in the world. So today, when you go for an adventure, something which you have never experienced, never done before, no human has done before, you still figure out because of the learning which is there. Somewhere you would have seen something like this, you would have experienced something, and you say, okay, if I do this, it will get done. That is the power you are giving it to robot, and you are giving that power at such a speed. It is happening. It will revolutionize the way robotics world would be.
And now a lot of this robotics is limited to industrial applications. In China, we see these videos of hotels having robots and stuff like that. But for India and the world, where do we start seeing that blurring of lines where robot enters our everyday life?
Today, robots, as you have rightly said, or 5 years from today, the robots were only for industrial applications, mostly factories, warehouses, etc. Then they started entering hospitals. They started entering hospitality industry, which is hotels, etc. And there is a company in India which is also doing the same. And if you go to China, I don't know when you went there last time, every hotel will have 10 to 20 robots serving you food in your homes. And so that has been
They've replaced the bellboys.
Yeah, they have replaced the bellboy completely. Even waiters to large extent in smaller restaurants, etc. So that will happen. But what is happening now is these assistive robots. There were robots in hospitals for surgery, and those Da Vinci robot, and
the micro precision surgery,
incisive surgery, etc. So that is already there. But assistive living, where the population is growing old and they need. We also started building exoskeletons for a Japanese customer, and you will see it.
Yeah, there's a humanoid kind of.
No, humanoid. These are wearable robots.
Yes.
So you wear these robots and they assist you on your both lower limb and upper limb, and they can take signals from your brains or from muscles and then assist you in lifting your hand or lifting your leg and moving around, etc. So these are wearable. So the way you have wearable watches, you will have these wearable robots helping you.
We'll all be living our Iron Man life.
Yeah, and then these robots will enter households. There are robots which are getting into kitchens, mostly commercial kitchens, but that is one space which everyone wants to solve. The kind of money which Samsung, LG, and all these companies are putting into, not because it is not a problem which has not been solved. So cooking is a problem which has been solved, but it comes at a certain cost. And if it has to go to every kitchen, you cannot have a equipment which is more than 2 lakh or 2.5 lakhs. Okay, you have refrigerators today at maybe 1 lakh and something like this.
Yeah.
So the moment you bring the cost down of that technology, it becomes affordable, and then your kitchens will not be. Today kitchens are made for human beings. Tomorrow, when you have these robots, which does 95% of your cooking, your kitchens will be made for these robots. So every aspect of human life will change.
And how far do you think we are from that?
10 years.
10 years?
Yeah,
Oh, it's not very far.
Not very far. Not very far. It is happening at a pace, and we know of few companies who are large companies who want to launch those products very soon in 2027, 28 kind of.
And what's next for you?
So for us, we just launched Addverb.ai. So we were completely into warehouse and factory automation with our AGVs, AMRs, and those kind of robots, industrial robots. But with Addverb.ai, we launched our Cobots. These are robots with intelligence which is far, far superior.
The one that you were showing me down.
So you saw Cobots, then quadrupeds. Hopefully you will see them. These are four-legged robots like you were talking about the other company. And so 5 kg payload, 20 kg payload, and then humanoids. So that is another product which we are building, mostly for very dangerous job and for
military applications?
Yes, yes, for defense applications.
Because the other company also has military as their biggest sort of client.
Yeah, so DRDO has given us one big order for humanoid, and which we are building for them.
Nice, nice, great. Let's walk and see what's the future like. So how large is your team now?
So in India we have 900 people.
Okay.
And outside India, we have 150 people.
150. And these will be in the US?
So US, Europe, Australia and Singapore, we have 400% subsidiaries.
Okay.
US is the largest, biggest, large team.
So US is the largest team now?
Yeah, US is the largest team.
Got it, got it. And competitor-wise, who would you say are the biggest competitors right now for you? India, abroad?
So in India, there is a German company and a Japanese company with whom we compete. Outside India, there are a lot of European companies, the traditional European companies. There are modern robotic companies coming mostly out of China.
Okay.
And so we compete with both these set of companies.
Okay.
In US, in Europe, Australia and Singapore.
Got it. Let's start with the moving from a two-shed startup to building this facility. How large is this facility now?
So this, as far as square feet is concerned, it is around 130,000 square feet.
Okay.
And this is our first facility that we built from grounds up. Before this, we were in a rented facility where we had two rented facility actually, one co-working space and another factory.
Huh.
And all those things we shifted here in 2021 during COVID or just after COVID.
Yeah. And here you started with what? So most of the initial products were warehouse automation?
Yes. So, but warehouse automation, if you see our product portfolio, we are one of the company which has the widest range of products today in warehouse automation and factory automation compared to any competitor anywhere in the world.
Okay.
And, and there is a reason for it, which I'll talk about. And every product family has 5-6 versions.
Okay.
Because if I have to be selling it in Europe, it has to be CE certified. If I have to sell it in US, it has to be UL certified. Because every country, apart from barriers, also have these non-tariff barriers or barriers for standards. And so you need to have a version UL certified, a CE certified, a sustainable version, because that is another thing which is catching up with the customers, and they want more and more sustainable product. So a sustainable version, and then we have a version which sells everywhere in the world, which sells in India, which is cost effective. There are certain versions which we have wherein customer specifically talks about zero China part.
Okay.
So those versions also we have. So every product of ours have 5-6 versions. So 15 product family, 90 products. So
amazing.
That is
amazing. And what is the archetype? You have your old facility here. Now you have moved to a new facility as well, which is much larger. The new facility, how large is that?
So that is 6 lakh square feet.
Okay, so 6 times this, almost 5 to 6 times
6
this.
times this. And it has also, we can expand it further.
Okay.
So that is world's largest facility at a single location for manufacturing mobile robots. So we have built up a capacity to produce 1 lakh robots a year.
And the old facility was here.
Yeah.
Can we take a sneak peek?
Yeah, of course. So this is where we started manufacturing, and we also had our software office here itself.
Okay.
Everything was here when we started, but now
everything was here for 3 years?
3 years, almost 3 years. But then then we had a separate software office. So today we have a separate software office, where we have around 250 people.
Yeah.
And this mostly now is for niche products, like Cobots. So these are collaborative robots. Now this is a product now, we launched it this year, and we intend to sell more than 500 units this year. So these are collaborative in nature. They are testing it right now before dispatching.
Yeah.
So it has 6 axes, and then it has a force sensor here, and these grippers. So everything we build it in-house.
Got it.
And the panels, etc., the program.
And what's the use case for this?
So we are focusing on 6 use cases right now, or 5 particular. The first one is education research, and our research we have as a research platform. Now we are giving it to all IITs, ISC, NIT, etc. Because it is today everyone is talking about physical AI.
Yes.
Physical AI starts with this form of robot.
Got it.
So 5 kg payload, 10 kg payload. Then there is pick and place.
Okay.
Third is welding. Welding always existed, but that was traditional robot. Here it is cobot, because so it can work with humans. So you don't need a cage. And it is very intelligent in the way that, so earlier if you had 1,000 parts, then you can train a robot and it will keep on doing it one after the other, repetitive for next 2 days or 1. Now with these kind of cobots, even if you have 5 parts or 6 parts, then you don't need to change. So these are intelligent enough to understand
so
what
it
is
adapts
the
based on what it's welding, and then so you can have, let's say, multi-process on the same line.
Yes. Yes. So that is where it is becoming popular.
Got it.
Then screwing and bolting in electronic industry, all your mobile phones
Yeah.
If you go to a Foxconn factory or a Flex factory, all these screwing, bolting happens with these kind of cobots.
Got it.
And then the fourth area where we are focusing, so pick and place, I told you, welding, screwing, bolting as an educational platform.
Yeah.
And the fifth area where we are focusing is in machine tending application. So machine tending is also, again, it existed in the past, but now with robots, so again, it is, if you have so many parts, it existed, but if for a smaller batch size where lot of change is there, then with artificial intelligence, with vision system, with proper grasping, you can do even those tasks which were difficult for robots to do earlier.
Got it.
These are the 5 tasks which we are focusing with these kind of robots.
Got it. And are these robots now making, let's say, automation more accessible to smaller industries?
Yes, yes.
Because what I'm hearing is earlier it was possible, but you needed scale and size and this and that.
Yeah.
And now it's being more accessible to, let's say, an MSME or a slightly larger firm.
Yeah, because of 2 reasons. One, the cost of these things have gone down significantly.
Okay.
Second, you don't need a large batch size. Even if you are doing a very niche job with only small parts to be produced, etc. Even then you can do this because of the advances in vision system, grasping technology, physical AI, and therefore, and these are becoming, as the industry is growing, these are becoming more and more affordable.
Got
and
it.
MSME sector would be the sector which would gain the most.
Got it.
And like in other technology, like mobile or telecom, India, there was a big boost. It did not go for, let us say, 2G, or it directly jumped to 4G and 3G. Similarly, in automation space as well, these MSMEs will not go for traditional automation, which happened in Europe and US, and
Got it.
they will directly move to these kind of automation.
So the leap will be significant.
Significant
Got
and
it.
Very cost effective and
it.
reachable to a lot of these
Got
companies.
it. Got it. I can also see some of your warehouse robots in action.
Yes.
Are these the ones?
Yes. Yeah. So this is. So it gets command from either your SAP or any ERP system, where to keep and what to keep, and what is needed in the production line. And then it goes and takes it to the production line or from production line. This is R&D, so they are just testing.
Testing it now.
So each of these robots have been tested for more than 1 million cycles. They run 24/7, and in the morning people come back and see the health of the bearing, or they have the report, autonomous report, which gets generated. Yeah, so that is minus 25 degrees Celsius testing.
Wow.
So we also work for food industry, and so food industry or really, so there the equipment has to run in minus 25. So we have put up a facility.
And your robots are inside there and everything.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
This is a very interesting. Everywhere I'm looking, there is a robot.
Yeah,
like
so
right
this,
behind the.
Yeah, so this is another kind of robot. It is a forklift AMR. So what it does? So it is here to take this pallet.
This pallet.
Yeah. So this is another thing. In fact, we have given it to lot of mobile manufacturing company. So to get the material from one place to another place, and this we build. This is something we launched last year, and now this is a hot cake now for us.
Wow.
It is a autonomous forklift.
And it can also be manually controlled if needed, or that's
no,
just
so
completely autonomous.
Yeah, completely autonomous.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
These are another. So this is for MRF. I know. This is for bringing pallets. And, yeah. So
amazing. Amazing.
We have those robots.
Those are the ones on your website.
Yeah.
The tiny things that are moving around in your brand videos.
Yeah. So this is this robot. We sell them the most.
This one, Zippy.
Yes, Zippy. So these are sortation robots. So in a warehouse, what happens is, let us say you are ordering from Amazon.
Yeah.
And when you order from Amazon, and that material, you are based out of Delhi.
Yeah.
That material is not in Delhi warehouse. It is in Bangalore warehouse.
Got it.
So all the people who have ordered from Delhi, whose material is not in Delhi and is in Bangalore warehouse or Mumbai warehouse, there would be truck which would bring Amazon material packed for you.
Okay.
But it would come from that Amazon warehouse to a sortation center in Delhi.
Okay.
There it would be sorted according to pin code. So let us say in Delhi there are 500 pin codes.
Yeah.
So all these material will be sorted according to pin codes, and
Yeah.
then the smaller 1.5 tonner truck takes the material to your houses.
Yeah.
So these robots are used for sorting.
Okay. So
in
they
the
also have some
sortation.
intelligence built into it.
Yes, so you just marry the product and it reads the pin code detail, and then it drops it into a particular place which is assigned for that particular pin code in a dynamic way.
Okay.
So,
I mean, in the old thing, I'm thinking of like a logistics runner boys.
Yeah.
Just going here and then being like, वहाँ से वो लेके आओ यहाँ रखो. and
जिससे
फिर-
कि यहाँ से तो a
चले जाए.
big truck comes in.
Yeah.
Sortation center.
Yeah.
Within 1.5 hours, it is broken into 30 trucks, small trucks, which goes and delivers the product.
Amazing.
And
I think our guys need to watch out.
Yeah, it will stop.
पीछे देखो, पीछे. Oh, it will stop
Yeah,
automatically.
Yeah.
Nice.
Don't worry.
Nice.
So
these are all human
autonomous.
safe.
Yeah. So they
Nice.
have safety. So the first law of robotics is it cannot harm a human being. So, and these robots now we have given to almost all e-commerce players. So Mercado Libre, which is South America's largest e-commerce player, larger than Amazon, 3 times larger.
Oh, okay.
We have given them in Brazil. They had put it in their LinkedIn. The motor driver card, the electronics which is there, then the brain, which is the carrier board, and then everything in this is built in our company.
Here,
yeah,
in this facility.
Yeah, in this facility, there is a SMT line where we build this.
Amazing. So, where did this whole idea of doing automation come from? Right? Like, how did you stumble upon that?
Okay, so we were working for Asian Paints, all the co-founders, and
so 4 co-founders now.
4 co-founders, and when we used to build world's largest factories, and they were really automated, a few of the most automated factory in the world, and we used to buy all these equipments coming from Europe and US and Japan, and we thought that. Yeah, we can. So we thought that we can do this. We can do this in India, and so in 2016 we left Asian Paints and all 4 of us, and we started building.
When was the first time where you saw automation being applied? Right? I mean, you've been working for many years, but where you're like, oh, this is insane.
Yeah, so it was in 2005 for me. So Asian Paints used to invest a lot in their employees, and we were sent to Belgium. So there was a DuPont factory, paint factory. And when we saw that factory, we were amazed by the kind of automation, etc. And we thought, okay, this is the level. But later on, in 2009-10, we realized what they had done was, by that time we had matured. We said, okay, and we had seen not only paint industry, but all other different industries. And we thought, okay, this is normal. We can go beyond this. And that is how we put up our first facility at Rohtak for Asian Paints.
And the entrepreneurship bug, where did that come from? Stable job, building factories, global scale, and then you suddenly say, let's leave this and do something of my own.
Yeah, so it was 2016, and everyone was talking about startups, and we always felt, as I told you, that these technologies, we can make it in India. We can make these technologies suitable for Indian conditions, because even when we were buying from Europe or US or Japan, these automation companies or these products were not designed for the kind of heat or the kind of dust or the kind of abuse. And we felt that we can reliably change it for Indian conditions. So that was the second reason. And at that time, Amazon and Flipkart and e-commerce was growing rapidly, and we had seen in US what these e-commerce companies had done for automation companies. So we said this is the right opportunity. And then for humanoid, we were not getting the talent. See, few people are really get. The humanoid team is led by Rajesh. He is BTech IIT Delhi, BTech IIT Delhi, PhD IIT Delhi, and he did his PhD in 3 years' time, which is a record.
Okay.
And he is President Gold Medal in each of these BTech
Oh,
and
wow.
Tech.
So you're capturing the best of Indian talent.
Yeah, and most of it he did not want to go out of it. So he is heading that. And
so this is your R&D floor?
yeah, this is our electromechanical. So you see, these are carton settles, and so he's designing it. And this is a electromechanical. So there is an electrical team who will sit with him, and they will do that. So similar. So all these we use PLM. So these things you will see. Different kinds of design which is there. And
but you were saying talent-wise now, best of Indian talent ke liye you're creating a place where they can come.
yes, so there we go to all IITs, NITs, I have PhDs, we take something. But now we realize that we are not able to get the right people for humanoid development. So now, and US is extremely costly. It means those people who are working in humanoid today, they ask for $1 million or 500,000, which we cannot give. So we have started an office in Europe now.
In Europe?
And for R&D, and just now few days back we went to ETS Zurich, EPFL, and Imperial. We were in Imperial to get talent, which is affordable as well as the right talent. All these robots, the Zippy robot which you saw downwards, the one which was, this is Zippy robot.
Zippy,
And all these cards are our cards, and they are testing the motors, etc. With this. We also have written our own BMS, the battery stack, etc. So everything is ours.
Interesting.
This is okay. Engineers
paradise.
Paradise.
You are building an engineer's paradise. It looks like that.
These are different kinds of actuators, motors. We keep on testing for different kinds of robots from different suppliers. This is the robot, the quadruped, which is again. This is 5 kg payload.
Okay.
We also have a wheeled version. We have a 20 kg. This is 5 kg payload again. This is the humanoid that we.
This is the humanoid you're saying?
Yeah, so this is the humanoid. So our first version was there, and this is version 2, the real version, which you see it. And physical AI, there are around 45 motors and all the drives, etc.
And what are the challenges when it comes to building something like this? Like
massive challenge.
But
the engineering challenges, the supply chain challenges.
But supply chain, for example, now that India is doing more electronics, is the domestic supply chain coming anywhere close to maturity? Where are we?
No, so see, what India is doing, we are doing in-house, SMT lines. So that, but what India needs to do, or they have started doing it. Today itself, in the news, you saw that the first chip getting, it is from a OSAT. which is assembly and testing unit of canes. But the power modules, in fact, we use those power modules in our card or MOSFET modules in our card. But what is important is the gearbox. So these gearbox which you see, these gearbox, etc. The accuracy of these gearbox is massive. People are testing it and have kept it for. So that gearbox, that accuracy of manufacturing, that we have to learn a lot.
And you're building all of this skill set in-house?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I mean, it's insane.
Yeah. So we don't have an option.
Yeah. And so this is the humanoids and all of this.
Quadruped and these are cobots. Again, cobots with haptic sensors. So these are haptic sensors. So if someone wants to control the cobot from distance, so one of the project which we did for AIIMS and IIT Delhi was, so you have these 60,000 different primary healthcare centers. Now, those primary healthcare centers does not have ultrasound technicians, and therefore women in villages have to travel a lot for their ultrasound. So we IIT Delhi came up with this idea, and AIIMS came up with this idea that with a haptic sensor, this haptic sensor is like a joystick of a, but it is a motorized joystick. So if a robot touches a human being, the pressure with which it is pushing, same pressure is felt by the robot, and same pressure is passed to a person who is sitting 1,000 kilometer away because of 5G and low latency, etc. A person can do ultrasound from anywhere.
Wow.
Anywhere. So the construction of data, then dual arm.
And this is already deployed.
At AIIMS Delhi, people are collecting data, and also there are certain amount of patients which needs to be tested before it is industrialized.
Wow!
So that we built it for them.
Amazing.
So these kind of things will bring the revolution in India in healthcare. And
it will be crazy.
So imagine something which was just not possible, and with these technologies, it is not possible.
Wow. Wow. Sorry, you were showing me something.
Yeah, these are dual arm manipulation, which is needed in humanoid. I'll just show you. So, this is the wearable robot.
The exoskeletons.
We stopped.
But they get attached to your hand.
Yes. So, so it gets attached to your hand. You wear it. And these are active exoskeletons. So they have motors. And then it moves your hand for physiotherapy.
Amazing, amazing.
These are quadruped. Now this is a lidar sensor. We are building our own lidar sensors as well. So
is there something that you're not doing?
This is our
the big one.
20 kg payload. So that's Indian Army requires this digital mule for
got it.
For lifting the thing.
Understood.
Those are the humanoid. They had to. So the training is happening on. These humanoids lifting the Pepsi cans. So it is very easy for humans when you are, so your both hand, you don't even think. Both comes at the same time, at the same level.
Sync and everything is easy.
But for a robot, that is either you train it with immense data or you program it. But you cannot program it for every eventuality. So then it has to be trained on large set of data so that next time a new environment comes in, it figures out.
So where are you getting all of this data from? How are you?
Yeah, so that is another big. So everyone is. So in US there is a data set for training which is Droid for training cobots and for quadruped and humanoid. All these universities have come together and they said we will collect the data in this format so that everyone else can. So universities and Google and Tesla and all these people have come together. In India, we don't. So what we are trying to do is we are giving these Cobots at a very subsidized rate, and we are entering a partnership with universities. So whatever data they generate, can we? In fact, I was with the NASCOM team where I had chaired the robotic and we are thinking of presenting it to the government how we can create this data set for Indian companies, because this data set will become very important, very important in the future. And it has.
And you will need some India-specific scenario model data, right? Which will be
the
different.
way people behave in India.
In India. So it's not even like you can link into that data set. It will help some use cases.
Yeah, it does help. That
Do you have access to that data?
Yeah, we have.
That's
You have
open.
to pay for it,
Okay.
but you have the access. But we want to create, so companies like Meta and Tesla and Chinese companies are paying heavily in Vietnam and in India, because in China now labor cost is high.
Going up,
So they are not creating that data, because for robotic data, what you need to do to create is you teleoperate the robot. From distance with a haptic sensor, you control the robot and you teleoperate it. Sometimes it becomes successful, sometimes because you need both kind of data.
Yes.
Success data, failure data for the robot to learn. So that teleoperation has to be done by humans. So creating that data set, the largest company, let us say Tesla, would have 500 hours, 1,000 hours of data, good data for training. So we also we have to invest in that and create data. And either we put 200 people with 200 robots training that. That is another business model which we create. Or we collaborate with 5,000 engineering colleges in India, and their students and hackathons we have, and those data we get access to as a collaborator. So
It also solves your talent pipeline.
yes,
That's the
so
unintended benefit that will accrue.
which is what we are. So that is why even for Cobots, we are subsidizing it from our account. We are not even getting the BOM cost, but we are doing it so that we have the talent and we have the data sets.
Yeah. You're pretty much on the ground floor of the robotics industry in India.
Yeah.
So you have to build the foundation, and then I'm sure 5 other companies will come 20 years from now and benefit from it.
Of course.
Yeah. But you guys will be the guys who built the I don't know,
we
the
would have
Ford and
grown-
the GM of the industry
we would have
right now.
grown from that level, and
Yeah.
there is huge potential in robotics today. Every country, defense is a big thing now for these quadrupeds. There are applications where there are landmines. So you are losing your soldier's lower limb. You can have thousands of these quadrupeds go walk across different terrains. And this had all muds inside, so they have taken it out for some. So you have to. And if you see Ukraine, Russia, the number of these quadrupeds being used or drones being used is massive.
It is. I mean, it is the present of warfare, not even the future. It is how it is today.
This is Sasank. He heads the mechanical. He has a PhD from IIT, BTech, MTech PhD.
The guy you were telling me about.
That is Rajesh. Rajesh is not here today. But Sasank, he has a team of mechanical engineers.
Got it. And then
this is yesterday. This is the face of our humanoid.
Oh,
तो
nice.
तुम लोग कल ये किया था ना?
It was just a try.
nice. So everything is happening.
Yeah. So we build our own the designing of the electronic circuit and then getting it printed, etc.
हाँ. अच्छा, प्रिंटिंग का भी कैपेसिटी है.
हाँ, अंदर यहाँ पे ना, I will see.
आपका SMT लाइन देखते हैं.
Yeah, as you can see. That is the robot. It is an autonomous forklift.
Okay.
So it goes into the racks and then lifts the pallet.
How is this different from what we saw down?
So that is the down which we saw is ground to ground.
Okay.
This is ground to 3 meter high.
Okay.
So it goes up to 3 meter high.
Okay.
And
Okay.
then it sees where the pallet is, where the holes are.
And that was also crate, and this is a pallet, so it will be
Yeah.
also having higher sort of capacity
Throughput,
to.
sorry, 1.5 ton payload.
Okay. Okay. Sorry.
This is the SMT line.
Huh.
They are doing some maintenance.
Huh.
Come.
Yeah. Thank you.
Maintenance चल रहा है. अच्छा. Panasonic. Okay. So this is the SMT line. We get so this is our design, the stencils. So this is our design. Okay, you're able to see this?
Yeah.
So this is the design. Now,
And ये आपने your team designed it.
yes, and then we have a PCB,
Yeah.
which is in the magazine.
Yeah.
And this magazine then feeds the material to this line. So you have soldering paste put by this machine.
Okay.
Then the quality check happens whether the soldering paste has been put properly or
Got
not.
it.
Then you have components. Components wala track. So these are electrical components. So these are the component reels. So ये जो अभी semiconductor वाले जितने अभी industry आ रहे हैं ना, Tatas etc.
Yeah.
They will make these components.
Okay.
So either power modules or MOSFETs or Zener diodes or chips, processors, etc. ये
So
reel में
each
आता.
component will be a wheel.
Yeah, so yes, each component is so there are let us say 1,000 pieces in it or 2,000 different components.
Got it.
And then this machine takes the individual component and puts it in that
Pick and place type.
pick and place. So this is pick and place.
Yeah.
30. Then there is a reflow oven, and once they are testing it.
Yeah.
So,
This is your Zippy.
Yeah,
Zippies
Zippy.
are everywhere.
Yeah, Zippies are everywhere, and these are Zippy cards.
Huh.
So and then it comes out. And then here the assembly happens.
Okay.
So these are the chips, or these are the reels,
components and all of this.
the components. So one module of ours will have almost 100-200 components on the back side, on the front side, etc. These are this is motor driver card. Now this is, if you see, this is CE certified. CE certified. Now this earlier, so this we were using for our robot. Okay, now we are selling it as well for other companies to use these robots, because
this is a separate business unit.
Can be
carve out करके
can be a separate business unit, but अभी तो
it's waiting to happen.
Yeah.
Because as I mean, it's like that, right? In the gold rush, you're selling shovels. These are your shovels.
Yes.
So the robotics gold rush will happen.
Yeah. Then.
Because you have built all the in-house capability of doing this. So for anyone else to do this, they can't go through a 9-year journey if they're in the middle of a thing. So India में और कौन कर रहा है?
India में अभी there are 7-8 good companies. तो अभी एक अनबॉक्स करके है.
हाँ. Thank you.
एक अनबॉक्स करके कंपनी है. So they are doing good job. हाईटेक रोबोटिक्स है. They are doing good job. सिन LR है बैंगलोर में. परसेप्टाइन है बैंगलोर में. They are building Cobots and vision system, etc. तो और Orangewood है एक नोएडा में ही. तो यार 8-9 companies, but they are very small. Very small. अभी small मतलब जैसे we will do around 900,000 crore के आसपास. These are at 10 crore, 5 crore, 20 crore.
So these are in the proof of concept stage, just above that.
Just started.
This is what you were doing in year 2.
Yeah.
So interesting.
But we were lucky that we were at the right time, and even companies were ready to. So most of these companies have been started by young founders. So there is also this. People feel कि industrial product, because it is B2B. उनको लगता है यार इनको experience नहीं है, etc. which we also faced initially. लेकिन
नहीं आपका तो अलग था ना, ये भाग जाएंगे.
हाँ भाग जाएंगे.
इनको ज़्यादा एक्सपीरियंस है. कुछ लोगों को कम है, कुछ लोगों को बहुत ज़्यादा है. But fun. No, thanks a lot. I think we can wrap the podcast. So thanks a lot. Thank you for your time. Thank you for showing us this beautiful facility. It's amazing, super inspirational what you're doing. And I wish you all the success. I'm sure you are riding this wave very well. And I'm sure in 5-10 years I will have a photo with you somewhere saying, oh, I interviewed this guy before you even know him.